In District 46, creativity takes many forms. And for one group of Toastmasters, inspiration struck in the kitchen. Born from a love of culture, connection, and cuisine, Gastronomy Toastmasters was imagined as a place where voices and flavors come alive together. Here's one of the club's founders sharing how this delicious idea first took shape.
Well, there are four of us actually sponsored the club. And four of us love food, whether it's they like cooking or they like enjoying different dishes. I like enjoying eating, by the way. For me, the reason I came up with this idea because I believe that food brings people together. I'm from Indonesia, and I used to be a member in Toastmasters Club over there. Over there, right? One thing I really love during my journey in Toastmasters in Indonesia, after every meeting, every Toastmasters meeting, we would always go out to eat together. We talked, we laughed, and we shared stories, and felt like family. So when I moved to United States, I thought the same talk corner will be happening here, but it didn't. After the meeting, everyone just got home. I don't know if you experienced this, but in my Toastmasters club in the United States, after the meeting, I always go home. I didn't feel like I own the club, and I didn't feel that I really know the members. But that's the only reason why that I want to form this Toastmasters club, this Gastronomy Toastmasters club. As a team, four of us, then we formed a club where people could share the stories and experiences, the favorite foods from their own countries, and feel like we are one big family.
We have a special treat this evening. We're actually recording part of the District 46 podcast, the Spotlight session. So welcome. You are on the podcast. This is where we shine a light on the unique clubs that make up our vibrant community of speakers and leaders. In this episode, we're serving up something truly flavorful. We're here visiting Gastronomy Toastmasters, the club where food meets communication. Born from the creative vision of several Toastmasters, gastronomy was built on one delicious idea that great conversations, like great meals, bring people together. Here, members don't just give speeches, they savor them. Each meeting blends storytelling, culture, and culinary creativity into an experience that's equal parts learning and laughter. Today, you'll get a taste of that magic as we record a special table topic session live from the club's open house. Get ready to hear impromptu reflections, flavorful stories, and insights into what makes Gastronomy Toastmasters a feast for the heart and mind. So let's dig in. So I would like to invite our Toastmaster, Demaria. I have a question for you this evening. Gastronomy Toastmasters was founded with the idea of blending food and communication. If you had to describe the flavor of this club in one word, what would it be and why?
If I had to describe a flavor of this club, that should be a flavor of a buffet from with dishes from all over the world, because everyone here has different backgrounds and everyone here brings different flavors, and due to the diversities of tastes and flavors that we have, it makes the club rich in flavor, rich in communication style. Have you ever go to any a brunch, and when you go to that brunch, you have food from all over the place, like Caribbean food, Russian food, like Indian food, American food. Everything is here. And there's a lot of variety, and it's just that's what makes this club full of flavors. It's not singular. It's a lot of things. We're nothing. We're not boring. We always have something new. Everyone learns. Every dish is from all over the world. It just not only enrich our lives. It's just it enrich our communication styles. It enhance our vocabularies. It's just that a lot of things to discover when it comes to this club. That's the kind of flavor that we have. That's the color. That's the kind of communications that we have. And we're still going strong, and we're gonna discover more. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Demaria, for that thoughtful reflection. I'd like to now ask a question to Toastmaster Nick. Every
Yes.
great recipe starts with key ingredients. And I'm asking you this question because you visited gastronomy several times, but every great recipe starts with key ingredients. What do you think are the essential ingredients that make Gastronomy Toastmasters so special?
Well, one of the things that was intriguing to me when I first visited was my home club, Columbia University Toastmasters, has the regular, quote unquote, regular phrasing for functionary roles, the counter, the grammarian, table topics master, etc. But one of the things that was very interesting to me was that those titles are the same here, but different in that they are focused more around cuisine. The table topics master, like yourself, Jennifer, is the food master. Food linguist is, I believe, the counter. Our chef judges is the evaluator, and that was one of the things that made gastronomy very unique in outside of the fact that it is unique in itself because of it focused more on cuisine, which no other Toastmasters club in District 46 really does. So that in itself makes it stand out. And the fact that everyone here has that shared love of food coming from all different backgrounds, all walks of life, and being able to share that in a environment like Toastmasters, which in and of itself is very supportive, very collaborative, very welcoming. I remember when my home club had end of the year celebration, and Jessley attended, and Anna shared some of like the experiences working with Jessley and preparing some of the food. So I think that's one of the things that makes some of the key ingredients for gastronomy, which that makes it very unique because it's so universal in a way.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nick, for that perspective. It was beautifully said and shared, so we appreciate that. I'd like to now call on Toastmaster Jessley. I have a question for you, Jessley.
Sure.
Gastronomy's club meetings often celebrate the joy of food and storytelling. Can you share a memorable moment from a meeting that felt especially delicious, either literally or figuratively?
Thank you, Jennifer. A memorable moment. I think every meeting is different, and all the meetings have some or the other things to take away. But there's something that I want to share, that which I feel, I feel really great in this club, is when I do cooking demos. So I believe that really challenges me as a Toastmaster here, because in a regular Toastmaster meeting, you just have to focus on your speech, your performance, and all of that. But in gastronomy, you are cooking as well. And that I think is, really different and really special, because when you actually do that, you realize it's not easy to cook and do a speech and like these bloggers do. Okay, what do you do when, your speech, like you've prepared a speech, but before you jump on to the next step, the food takes longer to cook? There you get an impromptu chance to engage your audience and change your speech and, like turn it into a impromptu performance. So I would say that definitely is a special moment for me. And I would encourage everybody, you don't have to know cooking, but try to toss some salad and do that, because that definitely pushes you out of the comfort zone, and you try a new way of cooking, and maybe you never know, you'll start your own cooking channel. Thank you. Back to you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Jessie. You expressed that so vividly. I felt like enraptured in your response and where you were taking us. So thank you for that. And now I would like to ask one of our guests. I have a question for Keith. Keith, would you like to take a question? Thank you. Gastronomy Toastmasters is all about savoring stories and connection. As a guest today, what has stood out most to you about this club's atmosphere or energy?
Food master and friends, you have the New York / New Jersey energy for sure. Some of you know I was born in Buffalo, so way upstate from where most of you are housed. But the whole state of New York has it's that flair, the personalities, the usually more rapid speaking rate, but all that comes together in the context of food and fun and fellowship. And that definitely is what stands out for me, or to me, for gastronomy. I enjoy coming to the meetings to see in particular what is today's demo speech going to feature. And so our demo speak, you probably saw me smiling a lot when you were having all that energy about the spices and everything while I asked that question. And that's what I especially like about each of you, when it's whatever speech you give, even Anna's contest speech, but especially the demo speeches, you throw so much of your personality and your energy, the way that you speak, the way your reflection in describing whatever dish you're preparing and showing us. And I just enjoy that. Many of you know that I was inspired by gastronomy to start a similar club based here in Minnesota, where I live. It's called Savory Speakers. And so we're moving in that direction to our first few meetings and trying to model what gastronomy has brought to the table. That's what I think about this club, is just the spicy nature of the members, of your talk, your vocabulary, your inflection, and the energy that you bring to your meetings. Back to you, Food Master.
Thank you so much, Keith. That was such a heartfelt response, and I appreciate you sharing. So we're going to move along to our next speaker. I'd like to call on Toastmaster Jackie. Jackie, would you like to take a question?
I'm dying, yes.
Awesome. Jackie, if Gastronomy Toastmasters were a dish, what would it be? And how would you describe it to someone who's never tasted it before?
I will call it, good evening, everybody, Toastmasters. You know what I will call it? I will call it United Nations of Gastronomy. The reason why is I've been with this club, I think almost 2, maybe 3 years, and the events that we have, restaurants that we have gone to, and then also the backgrounds of different people that we have. I've tried different foods. It was not my thing, but I still respected and still enjoyed it in my own way. When we went to I forgot the name of the place, but it was the night when we went to Chelsea Pier, to the film festival, and we had the Georgia food, and they had that looked like a wonton, but I was just dying for some salt and pepper and hot sauce. But that's just me. But I still respected and still enjoyed the food that I had. I've tried different things of Thai, different um Indian, um, Americanized, because we all come from somewhere else. Even though we live here in New York, we diverse our food to share and to learn. My background is Caribbean, but I have a lot of I consider a United Nation background. Well, that's why I respect and honor other people's countries, and that's why I hate it when I ask people, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm from America. I'm like, yeah, but what's your background? What's your cuisine that you like? You know what I mean? I want to get to know you, like your family, understand your family background. And I think that's so important when we're here in gastronomy, because I've learned so much about the different cuisines, the foods, what people's favorite foods were. Like like one of my favorite foods, and you probably will laugh, it's an American thing or really a Caribbean thing, hot cereal, cornmeal. So I'm going to tell you a joke. I went to the deli and I said, it was my first time working on Wall Street. And I said, oh, I want hot cereal. I want cornmeal or something. And this American man says, that's mom's kitchen, not the deli. And then that's when I realized, okay. And that's why I call gastronomy United Nations family. Okay. That's it.
Thank you, Jackie. That was such a flavorful take, and we appreciate you.
Yeah.
And now I'd like to call on Toastmaster Anna. Can I give you a question, Anna? Can I ask you a question, Anna?
Sure.
Awesome. Several Toastmasters helped cook up this club from scratch. What do you think they added to the mix that made the recipe work?
Well, of course they added me because I was the missing component. They were looking for 2 more members to charter the club. They ambushed me at one of the district events, and they don't let me go. I think what made this club special is the food itself, because who doesn't love food? Who doesn't love talking about food? It's my strongest belief that through food, through cooking, you express love. And we already discussed it in this club that the amount of garlic in a dish equals the amount of love. If you don't like garlic, don't tell me, because otherwise I will unfriend you. It's a very serious matter. I think it's a nice combination of passion that people have for food, also their willingness to challenge themselves. I tried to do a few cooking demos and also to try to overlay a speech on top of those demos. It's hard, but I think it's worth it, especially if you cook with someone. And recently I decided that all my next cooking demos will be at Jessley's place, so we can show something and then we can eat those things together. It's people, it's the atmosphere and our monthly outings through different restaurants that made this club special. And I guess they also never let me go because they love my almond cakes and other cakes. That's about it.
Thank you so much, Anna. You've given us something to chew on, figuratively and Maybe literally, but yes, the almond cake, the cookies, all the baked goodies. Amazing. Thank you. And now I'd like to ask our last question to our club president, Joseph Abu. Joseph, can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Wonderful. Joseph, Toastmasters helps us find our voice. How has being part of this particular club with its focus on gastronomy helped you express yourself in new or unexpected ways?
Okay, I'm gonna answer this question. The reason why I love gastronomy and it let me experience different ways to communicate, learn about different foods, learn about different cultures, immerse myself in the deliciousness of what has to be offered. So I would say just having blinders, not knowing what I'm going to see or experience in food and in speeches. And that's what I would say gastronomy means to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph, that you really highlighted how unique this club is, and we appreciate that. Okay, now I'd like to say what a delicious session that was. Thank you to all our speakers for serving up such flavorful insights and heartfelt reflections. You've given us a true taste of what makes Gastronomy Toastmasters so special. And on behalf of District 46 and the Spotlight Sessions podcast team, thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep speaking boldly, keep savoring the journey, and as we like to say here at Gastronomy Toastmasters, feed your voice, nourish your growth. Bon appetit, Toastmasters. Back to you, Gastronomer Jessley.